Yeah, happy Monday. It's the Joyful Yogini, and it is time for the weekly reading. I am live on YouTube and I'm also live on Reddit. If there's technical difficulties on one or the other, feel free to go to my other channels. So on YouTube, it is the Joyful Yogini. If you have a problem, let's say Reddit peeps getting on, if we have issues here and you have problems getting over to YouTube, you can also go to my Instagram channel because my Instagram has my links to my different social media, including YouTube. And so that's in my link tree within my bio. And so my Instagram is the.joyful.yogini. So that's pretty easy to get to, the.joyful.yogini on Instagram. All right. So every Monday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I pull some cards, tune into the energy, and to see how we can best work with the energy. Because depending on the positioning of the planets, what stage the moon is in, and also, whatever your sun sign is and your moon rising, it can impact the way you feel. But overall, the collective energy is going to be impacted in a similar way. So when I do these weekly readings, I'm doing a reading for the collective, for all of us as a general reading. And then if there's some time and if my energy is still there to keep going, then I might even pull some cards individually for people. And so then you can get more specific as to what you've been experiencing. And if you have specific questions, or if you just want to say, hey, like, what do my angels and guides want to tell me today? Then we can keep it general too. But we're going to start with the general read. I'm just deciding which deck of cards I'm going to use today. I'm going to use my Archangel deck. Whether you believe in angels, archangels, things like that, it doesn't matter. You can just see what messages resonate. And if anything doesn't resonate, then throw it away. All right. Here's one card. I like that card. Leave you in suspense. So what do we need for this week? Any more? No more from this deck, but I feel another card is going to come from my kids' deck. So let's see here. I think I had to show you Gracie. She looks so super sweet. She's all snuggled in on a chair on top of a pillow, her head on my yoga blanket. She looks so cute. Okay, we'll go with that card. And I think this card needs to come out too. So we'll put those aside. I'm just going to turn and show you Gracie. I have my yoga set up here, so I got some stuff. I got some stuff going on, but there's Gracie. Cute, eh? I hope I didn't make you throw up by turning you around there. And YouTube, I will show you Gracie too. I have my chair there for my chair yoga. I do that in the morning, Mondays and Wednesdays, if you're interested. All right, so I have 3 cards from my Archangel deck that want to come up for the week. So the first card is Prosperity. What a great card to start with for this week. So she is holding a cornucopia of gold coins. Sorry about the glare there. So that is beautiful. And the message on the card is from Archangel Ariel. Your material needs are provided for as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. And I had something to eat prior to, and I brushed my teeth, and somehow some extra little, I don't know, little pieces just suddenly showed up and they're floating in my mouth. So I don't know. Sometimes when you're not feeling very prosperous, you have no idea how all the financial, how all your financial resources are going to be met. And like I've been needing to be in a place of trust and flow and use my intuition as I'm moving forward, and things seem to be moving slow. And So this is a really nice card. It does feel, it brings some upliftment to my heart. It's trusting that it is going to be okay. And that trust is really important because if you're not in that place of trust, but you're like, well, prosperity is coming, but oh, how could it really? I don't really believe that. Then you're creating the constriction around the flow. So we can even take some breaths now and help us to open up any constriction. So right now I'm feeling constriction in my belly. You can see if there's any area of your body where you're feeling any tightness. And so let's take some breath, maybe into your solar plexus, if that's where you feel constriction. This is normally the area where we feel like we don't have control, where we're weak, we're less than, we're not in our power. So, by us opening up our power center, it helps us to feel stable and solid and more so within our flow. So, we can take a deep breath into our solar plexus and breathe out, maybe through your mouth or maybe through your nose. Whatever's going to create more openness. So, I'm yawning. Take a deep breath into that solar plexus again and a long breath out. If you have an opportunity to do any meditation today, maybe even listening to some solfeggio frequencies, that will help to open up that solar plexus. But again, if you're feeling constriction, fear, worry, and any other areas of your body, pay attention to that. And you can always listen to a solfeggio frequency for that area of your body. If you're not too sure what chakra it is, but you know the location, just don't know what the chakra is called, you can ask, and I can let you know what solfeggio frequency might be a good match for you. The next card is spiritual understanding. I'm going to bring this card close to you, Reddit, in just a moment. And whoever has joined on YouTube, hello, welcome. Is there a message on Reddit that I'm missing? Is that? No, I think that was just the color of the cards. But anyways, all those of you who are watching on Reddit, they're active. You know me. You can throw those questions out there, and same with YouTube. Okay. So spiritual understanding. This message is from Archangel Raziel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So what I at the top of this card is a dove, which signifies love, peace, harmony. So we can have harmony, and we have this beautiful high frequency energy that has been coming in the past while, and we've been getting all these different upgrades, and we've been going through an integration phase, and through this integration phase you might have had even physical symptoms coming up. So maybe tightness, stiffness in your joints, maybe headaches, like such as migraines. For some of you, it might be really intense. Maybe some throat stuff, maybe some lung stuff, maybe some digestive issues, some skin irritations. We can get all these different physical things coming up as we're also letting go of the old. So the old patterns, it's like toxins within the body, and as they're coming up to the surface to release, as that energy wants to release and transmute, it can create discomfort. And so that's what we've been going through this past little while. And to embrace where you are at. I noticed my head tremors have been more intense than they have ever been over the past little while. And I have a lot of shit that's been bubbling to the surface. So I've also had some throat stuff going on, a little bit of lung stuff going on, right? So we all have our own stuff. And so Raziel is bringing in some of these beautiful geometric shapes. Metatron, you can also call upon Metatron to help you go through some shifts and work through fears. But in particular, Raziel wants to do it. And yeah, so this information that is coming through is helping us to have a better understanding of who we are, remembering who we are. But this next card is important to go along with it. And this card came up last week too, clairaudience. So as our patterns have been releasing, our spiritual gifts have been increasing, have been opening up. So we're getting more messages and more clearly. Clear audience is about bringing in the messages through, so like thoughts are coming in, words are coming in. You might even literally hear some sounds. I know the other day too, I might have even been doing a live stream, and all of a sudden I had these tones going through my ears. So sometimes you might hear things like that. Um, sometimes tones in the ears can come and go, and it's like it's part of the word I'm getting is, or the words I'm getting is like a disk defrag. It's as if our body is like a computer and going through a reprogramming, a reintegration, taking out old, inserting new, and then releasing, decompressing the space, the old deleted files, right? And uh, getting into a more uh, okay, I'm getting free form place. So a friend of mine, this is the image that they're giving me. A friend of mine had some blood work done, and she was told that it was like if you had her blood was like if you had quarters and they were all like stacked on top of each other, like crammed in. And the blood, these cells or whatever you call them, the I'm sorry, I don't know the technical term for it, but it's supposed to be spread out. So that's what they're showing me. They're showing me like all these quarters spread out, yet having a connection. And so that is that fanning that is happening within our energetic field, within our cells, that is helping to create expansiveness as opposed to congested, constricted energy. And what does that say? Hello, how's your day going? Hey, the creepy ape. Welcome. It's been a while. Yeah, day's going pretty good. Day's going pretty good. Nothing to complain about, which is really nice. Um, the uh, the weather outside is wet. When I went for a walk today, hey, new follower, sweet. It's as if you ever, I don't know, you guys are from all over the world. So we have something called Niagara Falls here. It's one of the top wonders of the world. And anytime you go to see Niagara Falls, there's always this mist, you get damp and chilly, oh, maybe even to the bone, depending on how cool it is outside. And that's the weather kind of we're getting. It's that like that misty, feel like when you're out there, feel like you're on Made to the Mist, which is now American owned. And now we have something called the Hornblower, which was American. And now we have the Hornblower, which just seems weird. Like, Made of the Mist feels more Canadian. I don't know. Now we got Hornblower. But anyways, that's the type of weather. So as opposed to focusing on the wet, the dampness, the coolness, maybe the discomfort, maybe on being pissed off that it's now called the Hornblower, not the Made of the Mist, we can focus on the fact that it's one of the world's natural wonders, right? So this weather is very cleansing weather, and we're in spring here in Ontario, Canada, or in Canada, we're in spring. And so the soil is getting a lot of nourishment right now. And the worms are going to be coming up, the birds are going to be eating, they're going to be getting healthy and then laying some eggs. So, all overall, it's a good time of year. It's my sugar mama. How is it going, man? Objective Swan. Oh, I wish, I could be a sugar mama, I guess, because I don't have that type of financial flow. I gotta tell you, you don't want me to be your sugar mama. Maybe just in the dreams, okay? It's kind of sexy thinking about that in dream time. How cold does it get over there? Um, well, in winter, uh, it can get the wind chill can make it super cold. So the wind chill can bring it to -30, -40. It depends how far north you are. Um, I think this winter in Ontario, I think the coldest it got was maybe with the wind chill, like a -30 or -32, which is pretty cold. But normally, the average coldest it was about -20, -22, something like that. So I wouldn't say it was comfortable. it, but there were also days where it was cool, but the sun was shining and it was crisp out. The snow was crunching under your feet and it was beautiful, right? It can still be beautiful when it's cold as long as your nose isn't falling off, right? All right, so those are all the messages that want to come through from the Archangel deck. But I pulled two cards from my Manifest Your Magnificence deck, which it's for your inner child. It can help soothe that inner child that maybe has been, I don't know, traumatized in some way, let down in other ways. Okay, so what does that say? Are you able to travel in that kind of weather? Yeah, yeah, for sure. We still drive. We put on snow tires. It's definitely safer being in Canada with snow tires. But if you live in Toronto, you could get away with it having snow tires, I guess, but it's still much safer. The more north you go, the more you're going to need to have snow tires. And in Canada, we do have some kick ass snow tires. So it can keep you safe, but you also got to slow down. Some people don't drive very safely with the various weather. All right. I am self love. That is the first card that came up. It's real. So there's two cards from this deck that wanted to messages that wanted to be shared with you. So self love is it's really important for us to love all that we are, and sometimes that could be tricky because we might have been getting messages that told us otherwise throughout our life. And maybe it's just from certain people in our life. But when you hear those messages again and again and again, sometimes you start to believe those distorted messages. Sometimes they're family members that might give you distorted messages. Sometimes it might be partners, siblings, friends, sometimes even coaches, right? We can get distortions of messages that aren't necessarily positive. The message on the other side says, I take care of my mind, body, and spirit. So it's about us. I'm going to read that message in a sec. It's about, just say, hey, mom. Kardaki, Kardaki, A. Is this my online daughter with a different name, different username? Um, Okay, so it's really important for us to find a way to love ourselves for all that we are, despite maybe what you've heard in the past. Because when you love yourself and you do the self care, like you need to treat yourself with love through the thoughts that you have, because we can do that self deprecating jokes to other people or out loud, but about ourselves. We can just tell ourselves, oh, that was really shitty. Oh, you're terrible at that. All of that makes an impact on us. And it's not sending us love, it's sending us shittiness, right? And so that's not loving yourself. You need to be gentle and kind to yourself. You need to do those self-care things such as maybe go and get your toes done, going for a massage, listening to nice music, having a meditation, doing a yoga class. You don't necessarily need to spend money to do self-care. You can do some stuff online, you can run yourself a bath. Just do those things to give yourself the love that you deserve. And the more you love yourself, the more that other people will love you. You'll be drawn to people. People will be drawn to you that will love you the way you love you. The people that are coming into your life are evidence as to where you are at on the inside. So, where are you at on the inside? Think about those people that you've been hanging around with. Are you judging yourself? Are you hanging around people that are judgy? Yeah. And if you are, maybe you are judging yourself. Are you hanging around people who are giving you lots of love and support and they tell you that you're awesome, Are you doing that? Because if you are, that's awesome. That's a really, hey, I got another follower, sweet. It's a really nice sign that you are doing well. So love yourself to bring in more of that cornucopia of prosperity that we were wanting to have, which came out in that. Was that the first card? No, there's the first card. There, we want to keep on bringing in that prosperity. So love yourself, and that will also help to bring it in. And the last card is I am happy. I smile, laugh, and enjoy being alive. So, is that true? And if it's not true, how can you smile more? How can you laugh more? How can you enjoy life more? Don't let life just happen to you, right? Don't let life just happen to you. You create your own happiness. We can't be the victim anymore, right? We need to take responsibility for our own joy. So, what can you do to create more joy in your life? You can listen to super fun music, music that just makes you, oh, it just feels good, right? You can find something fun every day that you can do. And maybe that fun thing is going to be something super simple, or maybe you're going to do something planned and go out by yourself, go out with friends. Maybe you're going to go for a trail walk and just soak up Mother Nature and be in gratitude. Maybe you're going to write something in your gratitude. Maybe you're going to give yourself some self care. Maybe you're going to focus on what you love about in your life. So I mentioned gratitude, right? So you focus on what you're grateful for. Maybe you're gonna do some artwork, creative, something like watch a comedy TV show, watch a comedy movie. Try to stay away from the dark and the heaviness. Like focus on the light, and that can help you to get yourself into that light, beautiful place. Oh, Carnegie A. Okay, so you're not who I was thinking of. But hey, so are you my online son then? Okay, ebook networking says hi. What is the meaning of yogini? The meaning of yogini is okay. So a yogi is someone who does yoga. Whether you teach yoga or you just do yoga on your own, someone who does yoga, and it can be the masculine and feminine version of that. And a yogini is the female version. So it's just the feminine version of someone who does yoga. So I am a yoga instructor and I teach yoga classes online. I have group yoga and I also do one on one yoga. So you can zone in on what your needs are. And we can do that over Zoom, or if you're close, then we can also do it in person. And I might as well throw it out there too. I also do one-on-one channeled readings and healing sessions. So if you're needing any support, if things are heavy in your life, you're wanting some positive reinforcement, you're wanting to walk through some fears, you're wanting to create more prosperity in your life, you want some assistance working through just whatever shit that's coming up in your life, you can. If you are drawn to my energy, then I can assist you. Otherwise, go with what you're drawn to and just make sure that you're not staying in that victim place, right? Let's create some change. Let's move forward into a place of abundance. My name is an Indian name, brother of Lord Ganesha. No way. That's very cool. Ganesha, the beautiful elephant. Oh, the Phil. Thank you for the compliment. All right. Big Zooks. Thanks. I need to hear this. Oh, cool. Damn. Okay. I am Ram. I lost $50 today. What do I do? I'm disappointed. Oh, I would be disappointed too. That sucks. That totally sucks. Um, and I can totally see the heaviness. Like, are you feeling that in the gut, right? Like, just like, like $50. That's a lot of money, right? Feels kind of shitty. And I have had, oh my goodness, just to put this in perspective, right? Because I needed to work through a loss such as that before. When my girls were in Girl Guides, we did cookie selling. And so I had all this money from our cookie selling in my wallet. And it was probably like, I don't know, $250 worth of cash in my wallet because it wasn't time to hand it in yet. And I was at a coffee shop, and cute little coffee shop that I would go to quite a bit. I left my wallet behind by accident. And I went back, and my wallet was there, but it was all gone except they left me 20 bucks, which was kind of them, but they took everything else. And I felt stupid. I felt horrible because now I had to find that money to be able to pay for the Girl Guide cookies that we already sold. It was just the shittiest feeling ever. And so I had to somehow let that go, right? Because feeling that shittiness and feeling stupid and being angry at the person that would do that, if I found someone's wallet, I'm not going to go through it. I'm just going to hand it in, right? Because I would want them to get their money back. But that's me. And not everyone is the same, right? We're all going through different stuff. And so I I needed to somehow embrace that I know money is just simply energy, and we can exchange currencies online now, right? We exchange currency through coins, we exchange currencies through paper. Sometimes we exchange just energy through, I do a service for you, you do a service for me, right? There's different ways to have exchanges. So I exchanged some energy there. I wasn't doing it purposefully, but I exchanged some energy. So I needed to be in trust that beautiful abundance was going to come back to me in some way, you know? And I don't remember exactly how it did. I didn't necessarily get, here's your $230 back, right? Like it didn't happen in that way. But I had beautiful people giving back to me in different ways that brought me abundance in different ways. So you might not get it back in the way that it left you, but you can have a beautiful exchange of energy in another way. And holding on to that heaviness, all it does is it depletes your energy, it creates thicker energy. It doesn't help. It depletes your life force, and it doesn't allow positivity to come back in. So I would do some deep breaths to that solar plexus and breathe out and let it flow. And if you feel like crying, if you feel like yelling, being angry, do it. Don't ignore those emotions that are there. Allow the emotion to flow. If you need to punch a pillow or scream at the top of your lungs in the middle of the forest or something like that, or bawl your eyes out, it's okay. And then do some things that will light you up. Do some things to play. Do some things to be happy. Do some things to get yourself in a more positive place, in that place of trust, because the energy will flow back. It's the way the universe, stuff goes out, stuff comes in. Allow the cycle to flow. So I hope that helps. Is this Buddhism? I don't follow a particular religion, but I've been told that what I share is very similar to Buddhism. Is that online? The classes I teach, yeah, are online, and the one-on-one can be online or in person, if that's what you're referring to. And same with the readings. Yeah, I never felt this irresponsible. Your experience is also quite cold. Okay, is Yogini Buddhism? The term Yogini and yogi is originated from India. Hey, I am sure you already know this is connect between yoga and mental escalation spiritualism while practicing yoga. Yeah, not sure if you have, but please talk about that as well. It's much needed to just calm the society down in general. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then Boozy has a great question. about being confident on stage, and I could totally talk to them well. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to these two awesome questions here. So first, the chip representative. It makes me feel like sweet potato French fries, actually, thinking about chips, or Miss Vicky's chips. Okay, so in regards to yoga, yeah, it not only helps to bring a calm when you're doing yoga, it helps you just the breath work, being in tuned with your body, flowing from one position to the next. It does various things for you. So it helps you to center, it helps you to ground, it helps you to connect, it helps you to tune into your body. So you're getting out of that head, which can be reeling with all the things you have to do and the stress and the not being good enough and all that bullshit that can come up and the anxiousness and anxiety. It helps to decompress all that when you're doing yoga. And in particular, when you can bring in the breathing aspect, I think it really, really helps to do that. But the body is made up of chakras, they're energy centers. And when you do yoga, different positions can open up and expand certain chakras. And usually, when you're doing a whole yoga class, you will most likely, in the end, open up all of your chakras. Now, chakras can open and chakras can get blocked again. So, when doing yoga regularly really, really helps, because if you have a pattern at getting into a dense, heavy space when something happens, as soon as you get back to yoga again, it can help to open that up. Now, also during yoga, at the end of yoga, there's something called shavasana, which is the meditation period. And during that meditation period, you can also get different messages potentially. When I teach yoga, whether it's one-on-one or in group, I channel through messages to help to release blocks, to help you to get back into your flow, to help to release whatever is no longer serving you. And so during shavasana, you might too get your own messages through using your different senses. And by the way, on Wednesday, I do Intuition Wednesday, helping you to tap in to be able to start practice getting those messages. So your third eye is connected to your higher self. This is has all the information that you need to know associated with you from birth till now, everything that you've gone through. But you also have access to all of your past lives. I believe in past lives, and everyone does that. But I've gone through several past life regressions. I've seen my past lives. I've seen different people that I've been in the present lifetime with, that I've been in past lifetimes with, to see the pattern and to see how contracts are being ended in this lifetime, which is really cool. It can help to bring in that understanding. So you can access that information through your third eye. So yoga helps that to open up. Your crown chakra is also another psychic center, and that's associated with source energy, the collective energy that we're all connected to. So with every lifetime we have, with every learning that we have, with every releasing of patterns and being more and more in alignment with who we are, the whole collective can have access to this new information that when you finally open yourself up to connecting with source, then you can finally access that collective information, which again helps you. It's like a beautiful cycle of growth, because once you tap in, you keep on releasing more layers of distortion of patterns that we have learned in this lifetime and past lifetimes. Things that create judgment, that ignite our ego, that tell us that person is wrong and that one's an asshole and what a biatch, and helps you to be able to let go of that stuff and realize we're all doing the best that we can. And we're here on a journey. We're here to learn and to grow. So it helps us to, when we have those trying times, to realize this too has a purpose. What can I learn from this? Helping us to move forward. So yoga is an incredibly powerful tool, and you don't have to have a super awesome body and be in shape to start yoga. I've heard people say before, I'm going to catch up on those messages in a sec. I've heard people say it before, but I better get in shape before I do yoga. It's like, no, you could do yoga to get yourself in shape, right? And there's different levels. Like, it depends on the class that you're going to join. Maybe if you haven't been working out at all, you're not going to sign up for a power yoga, right? Maybe you want to start with a chair yoga, Or maybe you're going to start doing some one-on-ones so you can learn how to do the poses safely. And the poses can be adapted to where your body is at right now. So I hope that answers your question about that. And then I had the stage question, which I the stage. You should come to India. Yeah, I would love to go to India sometime. I can help you activate your throat chakra. Are you being all tongue in cheek there? What were you going to use to? Maybe it's not tongue in cheek, but maybe the tongue was involved to activate the throat. Anyways, you might not have been going there at all, but yeah, I do have some throat stuff going on, and I've been working through some blockages. Important. It's been important for me to keep speaking my truth. Yoga and meditation is a must on Mondays for me. Hey, daddy, dad, awesome. That's so good. How? I don't know what the how is. Laugh my ass off. Awesome. What is um, cultivation? When I think of cultivation, it may not be what you mean, but I think about being in the garden and cultivating, so turning up the soil. And so you could do that within your life, is turning up and regenerating and getting more air in there, helping to open your body up, helping to open your chakras up, helping to get release, right? Release patterns. Have you ever heard of our ssb.org? I don't know. I don't think so, but are you trying to promote? Do I have a past life? Yeah, you do. What you doing here? Dad, you here too? Yeah, I finally came back. Hey, welcome back. Say sorry to your mom. Okay, so I had the question about you have a stage show coming up and being confident on stage. So, eh, okay, I'm hesitating because this is not just, there's different things that you can do. Okay. More of a long term solution, like it will take some time. I used improv as a way to help me to go on stage and just trust that comes out of my mouth. I can deal with it. Whatever happens, I can deal with it. Whatever comes out of someone else's mouth, I can deal with it. Right? Improv is amazing for that, and it really helps if you're conscious of paying attention to your emotions that come up while you're doing improv, because you're speaking and thinking on your feet, and you will have shit coming up. So be conscious of it, and then you have to work on changing your thoughts, making them softer, as opposed to holy fuck, I'm gonna suck, right? You have to consciously change your thoughts, and then you can use different tools to help to uplift. But on the short term, like, okay, I'm going on stage, you can listen to solfeggio frequencies that can help. And solar plexus helps you to be in your power. You could also wear yellow. You can go with yellow undergarments, wearing a yellow shirt if yellow looks good on you, because you can be on stage, you also want to make sure you look good, right? But the solar plexus is what you want to affect. So you can listen to solfeggio frequencies for the solar plexus. It's also called the third chakra. You can also listen to solar plexus or solfeggio frequencies from the root chakra to the sacral chakra to the solar plexus, because that will help you to have a really solid foundation. You can do some breathing. Brain gym is also really good too. You can Google brain gym, and you can Google brain gym, I think, for performance, and see which brain gym activities can be the best for that. So some that you could do are cross crawls. It seems really basic and easy, but it's igniting the left and the right side of the brain. Okay, so this helps to get balance in the right and left. You can also activate the 100, there's over 100 acupressure points on your ears. So you can start from the top, rolling your ears back as you're coming down to your earlobes. You're giving it a nice massage. Everyone can try this now. This is really good. If you need to go into a meeting or an interview or something like that, at the minimum, you can do this. And people most likely will just think, oh, that looks like it feels really good. I don't know what they're doing, but at least you don't look too weird. The cross crawls in public might be a little weird, but you can do that in the bathroom. And you might notice some tender parts in your ears too. And so you can just massage that through, giving yourself some extra love. Listening to some fun music that pumps you up, helps you to feel good, helps you to feel playful. That is going to get a great abundant energy, joyful energy to come through. So that's your sacral chakra energy. So that's why it's nice to activate this as well as that confidence. There's some other things that I do to feel in my power, such as it's a visualization of wrapping a sacred scarf around my solar plexus. So I'm pretending, I'm in my mind's eye, feeling like a warrior, feet firmly planted on the ground, picturing a sacred scarf in whatever color it is. And then wrapping it around, and then you tie it at the back. And as you tie it, you go, ha! And you're getting that protection around your solar plexus. You can also do some yoga stances. Warrior 1, Warrior 2. Warrior 3 is tricky. If you have good balance, you can do Warrior 3. I sometimes use a chair for Warrior 3 or a wall for Warrior 3. But you can look those up, because like when you're in that Warrior 2, you're in a stance of your solar plexus is up and open, and your heart is open, and your hips are open. You are just in a solid stance. And then Warrior 1, your hips are square. Like those ones are good, solid power poses. So I hope that helps. I don't know if I gave you too much, but you can see if that helps you. Okay, I'm going to scroll back down. If I miss any of your messages, you can let me know. Ebook networking that says, hi, riddle me this, liberal. How is your morning? Do I need to make it a riddle? Morning is well, waiting for the bell. How was that? I don't know. The school bell is what I was going for. I don't know. But yeah, morning is pretty good. Do you know Deepak Chopra? Yes. Deepak is pretty damn awesome. Okay, Clavorado, I don't know what that is. Maybe you can translate. Do you think love is a choice, decision, or preordained? What a cool question. Huh. I've never even thought about that question before. I can think about this in different ways. We're all unique in our makeup. And let's say when you have a child, so I have 3 kids. When you have a child, that love is just unconditional. It is the most beautiful, intense feeling in the whole wide world, that can also be so freaking scary, because you don't want anything to happen. You don't want anything bad to happen to this beautiful, amazing child that you've given birth to. So, and I think that happens with, I know there's been some moms who have had kids and have not felt bad at the beginning, because, there could be some depression that comes in, just hormonal imbalances and stuff like that. And that if that didn't happen, then I believe they would be connecting in with that incredible love. And the love with a partner, so preordained or whatever. I feel like, so as I was saying before, we're all very unique, and we have, there's different people that we can connect with. And I think that we're destined to connect with, let's say, soulmates. But sometimes, I know there's different definitions of soulmates. I think we can have different soulmates for different lengths of time, such as, I'm going through a separation, and I was with my ex for 29 years. That is a long time. And the energy of the universe, like the universe made it so clear we were supposed to be together. Like there was no, I'm an empath, I feel energy. It was the most intensive energy that I've ever felt, that I'm like, wow, yes, like we're supposed to be connected. So we we were soulmates for that period of time, and now that we've learned everything that we've needed to learn from each other, then our contract is ending. um, so, but I do believe we have other, either one other person we're supposed to meet with, or other, or several others we're supposed to meet with, and some for a longer period, right? Like it's going to be different for each and every one of us. And but not all of us with who we're connecting with are going to, not everyone's going to have that heart to heart connection. Because what I've been noticing, with some connections that I've been making, sometimes I feel like a really intensive, like sacral chakra connection. I'm like, wow, I can totally feel that, but nothing here, right? And you can't just make that happen. I feel like there is an interweaving of heart energy that's either going to happen or it's not going to happen. And I don't think you can force it to happen. And so the preordained, I don't even know how to even word that. I just think that there's some connections that will naturally happen because of the harmony, because your vibrational interactions create harmony with each other. But then there's also that layer of the meant to be and to connect. Anyways, I don't think I can go deeper with that right now. I need to be wrapping this up. So, but that's a cool, I think I might have to do like a feel good Fridays theme and go deeper in that, because that's pretty cool. I was friend zoned yesterday. Oh, Colorado. I'm sorry. But I'm saying, but because maybe they were feeling disconnect that you weren't quite tuned into, right? Or maybe they're just not ready for your type of connection, or there could be so many different things, but it feels shitty no matter what. So I'm sorry you've been friend zoned, but sometimes it's going to be one of the people that's going to like, yeah, there's something missing here. There's something missing. And then it's really great that they don't keep you hanging, right? It's good that they're tuned into that. Okay, planting claymore. I always have trouble getting energy past my solar plexus, but I'm doing sun salutations regularly now to help. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so meaning not coming up to your heart. There's some type of block between the solar plexus to the heart. So the sun salutations have been helping to get that energy. I just want to clarify. You have been able to get that energy to your heart, to your throat, to your third eye, and then to your crown. I can definitely see how sun salutations can help you to do that, because when you come down and then you're hovering over the mat and then coming up, like you're getting towards that heart, you're getting towards the throat, and then coming up to the forehead and then the crown. And yeah, and then also delving into that solar plexus and grounding down. I think that's really good. You're getting into your hips. That's beautiful. I love how you're doing that. Um, and if it keeps on getting blocked, then there's something that needs to be done. You need to go deeper in. Have you been hurt in your heart? Did someone break up with you and it just really hurt? Maybe came by surprise? And maybe there was also an ongoing of not feeling loved for a period of time because they were going through some stuff. So there's nothing wrong with you. I just feel like the need to share this. And if it doesn't resonate, then just let it go, because it might be someone else on the street that maybe needs to hear this, right? Um, yeah, we all have different love languages. And even though, let's say, our parents love us, if we have a certain love language that they don't naturally fulfill just because of who they are, then we can feel a disconnect. We can feel an emptiness. We can feel a level of not being loved, even if it might be a distortion, right? A distortion in our thought patterns, not in the reality of who we are. So, I think there's some deeper healing that needs to happen. And I feel some sadness that's wanting to come up and out to cry. I feel like there's a need to cry that will allow this to flow and open. So then that transition from that solar plexus to the heart will come more naturally. And then we'll end up just flowing and then speaking that truth. If you feel like sharing whether that resonates, that would be pretty cool. Mr. D Dabs. Yes, it is Monday. Yoop, yoop. Yes, I will try the ear massage. Okay, cool. Happy Monday. Oh, yes, I will do the warrior pose too. Okay, cool. Choice. Minnesota. Yeah, I believe we do have choice. For sure. We do have choice. Yogini. Old man Moonshine. How are ya? Chemistry. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of wording it. Chemistry. Sup, my muse? Hey, poop crayon. Oh, Blue Phil is following. Sweet. How are you? Okay. And then planting Claymore says, yes, I do think we are guided along the journey of life and we meet people at the right time, including in love. Yeah. When you say third eye, you're referring to the pineal gland. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the third eye, you know what? The pineal gland, I want to get a diagram going because the third eye is here, right? And it's an energy center and it vibrates um, indigo. It vibrates indigo. But I'm going to see if YouTube will let me do this. I think it will still work. Okay. Pineal gland. Yeah, it is third eye. I'm so glad you brought that up. I needed that. I had a disconnect there. The pineal plays a role in our spiritual development and communication with spiritual beings. Learn to activate your pineal gland and unlock your spiritual connection to the universe. Yeah. So thank you. I'm so glad you brought that up because, yeah, the third eye is your connection to your higher self. So when you come into a physical body, there's a portion of you energetically that's still up in the ether. And you have that connection down into your physical body. And when you tap into this, you're tapping in to the knowledge of what you've been going through in this lifetime, what you're born to, what your soul mapping is for this lifetime, and then also for your past lifetimes, and how to integrate all those learnings into the conscious present. So, yeah, thank you for bringing up that pineal gland. The pineal gland apparently can get calcified if you have too much aspartame. Um, I think even just pops, the fizziness of pops and stuff apparently can create some calcification. That is what I've heard, but please do your own research because I'm not a doctor. Okay, great stream. Hey, yeah, known, how are ya? Yes, my father died a while ago. So saying makes sense about my solar plexus chakra and also ties in with what you said about parents having unconditional love. Thanks. Hey, you're welcome, Claymore. I think I need to deal with the loss, which is blocking my flow to my heart chakra. Yeah. Pineal. Oh, yeah. Okay. Pineal instead of pineal. Thank you. Pineal. Was that bothering you? I'm glad you brought that. You typed that out phonetically. I love that. Angry ferret. What do you think about when you think of something and then you see it or something about it the right way and it starts happening all the time? Oh, angry ferret. I think that's awesomeness. Yeah, I love it. When you think about somebody and then they send you a message or you get an email for them or you see I believe that's you tapped into your psychic abilities. We all have psychic abilities. So when you call it psychic, I think it can scare people, right? How about intuitive abilities? We are all interconnected. So we're tapping into that interconnectedness. We're all connected. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. And some of us, being that we're different souls and on different journeys, we're not all gonna connect and like hang out with each other, right? Some people are just not a good match for us, but we all have that interconnected energy. Okay. Fluoride also calcified pineal gland. So use non fluoride toothpaste. Oh, cool. Good to know. Angry ferret. Yep. Okay, cool. Everybody, I have to go get my car fixed. So I'm going to have to wrap this up, but this was super fun. So I am back on Wednesday for Intuition Wednesday, where you're going to practice your intuition. And so we'll practice tuning into our five senses and being able to see different ways that we can bring in information. So I do that on Wednesdays. It's on YouTube and on Reddit. And it's at approximately, give or take maybe 5 minutes. It's at approximately 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's Toronto time. I also do a stream on Fridays called Feel Good Fridays. And that's on my YouTube channel, but then it's also on Instagram. So instead of Reddit, just for Friday, I switch over to my Instagram channel. If you want to go to my Instagram, it's the.joyful.yogini. And I have links in my bio, in my link tree, so you can also connect in with me on YouTube if that's something you want to. I have a whole bunch of videos there, including yoga. So if you want to do some of my yoga videos. Okay, goodbye. Take care. Yeah, to you too. Namaste. And if you can check out my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca. And if you're interested in any one-on-one yoga, group yoga, or one-on-one channel readings and healing sessions, then I'm here for you whenever it feels right for you. Okay. So from my light to your beautiful, amazing light. Namaste. And I'm going to say goodbye on YouTube first. Have a great rest of your day. Have a fabulous rest of your week. All right.